Money Moicano, no. There is breaking news. Islam Makhachev is now facing Renato Moicano. Arman Sarukian pulls out of the fight due to spinal pain. Spinal. And now Moicano's being fed to the wolves. He can't afford to lose, but I don't know. I think he's getting that little championship bonus probably for stepping up on short notice for this, and I think now he can afford to lose. And it's really sad because I love Moicano. I want him to win. So yeah, my official prediction. This is a prediction video. Makhachev's gonna knock him out. He's gonna TKO him or something in round 2. I would just love if Moicano could win this. That would be beautiful. It would be perfect. I would be so happy, but he won't. And we all know it. This isn't a Strickland Adesanya where he kinda can, but maybe it is. Izzy was a really good striker in our eyes, and Strickland stood no chance, but then he outboxed him and made him look like a fool. But Moicano's not gonna beat Islam on the ground. He doesn't feel strong enough for one, and then if Moicano wins this, oh my god, that is gonna be the coolest thing ever. But Moicano's gonna lose, guys. I can't even cope. A lot of people don't like this change to the card. It's hype for Moicano, but a lot of people just have dulled expectations now. We lost 2 really close, really hard to pick fights and got a very unbalanced one. So yeah, Moicano's losing. Originally, I did have Arman to win as well. I thought, god, dude, this is just so sad. Moicano's gonna lose, and the card has suffered a little bit for it. I really hope they find Benny a new opponent that would soften the blow a little bit. I think it's pretty tragic. Anyway, moving down the card, we have Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, for the longest time up until today, I had Umar picked, but I hate Umar. He's very entitled and annoying. I don't know what it is. Just all of his interviews, he's talking like he actually earned this. He used the example that Aljo only was on a 5-fight win streak before he got the belt, and Umar's on a 6-fight win streak right now. But when you look at those wins, really, they're not the same win streaks. Aljo was on a 5-fight win streak after losing to Marlon Moraes. And yeah, Umar doesn't deserve this. And his grappling, I think Merab might actually be the better grappler here, because Umar is a little suspicious not doing too great against Sandhagen, who has improved. But to what extent has he improved is a question. And I don't think it's as severe as people think. I don't think he's a top-level guy like that, so this one's really tough, man, because Umar's just a perfect counter to Merab. I think the co-main and main are very, very similar because of this. We have a good grappler going up against a Russian who can grapple and strike. It's very sad. And I like Merab more, so yeah, I'm going with him by decision. What the fuck? I can't believe Arman pulled out, man. I'm just heartbroken. And yeah, I have a horrible feeling that Umar's gonna win this, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. God, man, what the fuck? Merab beat my precious Piotr Jan. Because of that, I have faith in him. He's beaten so much better guys. You can't just lose to this twerp who's been given everything in his career. You gifted a number 2 ranked guy when he hasn't even beaten anyone ranked other than Corey Sandhagen. That is ridiculous. Other bantamweights have to fight so many good guys just to climb their way up the rankings, and this kid just gets gifted. I swear, Umar would have lost by now if he had to do that. But he didn't. The UFC will say it's because nobody wanted to fight him. Make them. Are you kidding me? That's the reason? Ridiculous. Pay them more, something. I don't know. Get this guy fights. But they didn't. They just gave him Sandhagen. And he couldn't finish Sandhagen. But my original prediction here was Umar to get an early knockout. That's still very possible, but this is coming from the heart, and I'm picking Merab. My will is broken. I have to see one of these two Russians lose, man. I don't even dislike Islam, it's just I hate Umar, and I love Moicano, and it's just such an unfair match. What are the odds? Are there odds yet on this? It's not crazy, actually. It's not even worth putting money on Moicano. I thought they would have at least had him over 1,000. But yeah, moving on, we got Jerry Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. Now, y'all are too crazy with Jamal. Y'all gotta leave this man alone. He is making the sport interesting, and you guys are being crybabies. This was what my last video was about. You people are crybabies. Stop whining. Let Jamal whine. It's entertaining. I'm pretty sure it's a character. Before this whole thing he started doing, he was a chill dude. He was cool. He still is. But now he's acting strange, which to me says he's playing a character, a very heelish character, intentionally riling people up. And you guys are going along with it, to be fair, but jeez. Yeah, I got Hill by TKO in round 2. I think this is going to be a fun fight. Yuri's bald. He's lost all of his power. I think he's been diagnosed with cancer. Don't at me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard from the news sources. Yuri has cancer, and he will lose. Now, Ranier de Ridder versus Kevin Holland. I got de Ridder. Do you think this man can beat GM3 and then just lose to Kevin Holland? That is ridiculous. This guy's going to go on a title run. Fight Dricus in the most fluky fight of all time. And yeah, this is going to be easy work, getting a finish over Holland. If he beat GM3, the GOAT, he's not going to struggle with Holland. We're just going to move on. There's not even any elaboration needed to go down here. Ridiculous that that's even a match. You should just get him against John Jones, honestly. Ranier beating GM3 is so good, and people don't talk about it enough. It's all these Conor McGregor fighting Logan Paul or KSI headlines. When you got GM3 losing to someone, that's crazy. But yeah, we got Mr. Talbot, Peyton Tallyboot, the Cameron Simon killer versus Hani Barcelos. This guy got slumped by Umar Nurmagomedov. He gonna get slumped again, but a little later, because I don't think Talbot's as explosive or quick. He's more measured with his striking. Oh god, Umar's gonna kill Merab, man. Gosh. Merab, you better win this, brother. But yeah, I got Talbot. This is no questions there. Mr. Holonen. Berserk tattoo on his neck, I think, or on something. He has a Berserk tattoo, which is pretty cool. Berserk's pretty cool. Now, this one, if you're a betting man, there's some good money here, because Spivak's a pretty big underdog, but I got Almeida decisioning it up. This fight's going to go to decision. These are very decisionator heavyweights. I think Spivak has a bit more finishes, but don't expect fun things here. It's going to be a battle of the lame prey, as they say, and I got Almeida coming out on top, literally. Bogdan Guskov, Anthony Smith's little brother, versus Billy Elikana. He on short notice. Elikana, he's a young prospect. He's kind of building up his resume. Still, he would have perhaps made it to the UFC relatively soon, within the next year or two. Looks like they had their eyes on him. But he hasn't done any good wins that make me willing to put it on the line for him. Bogdan, he's relatively consistent, so I think him by decision here is a good bet, but don't be surprised if the young guy gets an upset here. We don't really know his ceiling yet. We just know he's lost to someone questionable. one fellow. Moving on, we got Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. Now, this is one of those also close ones. Like Moicano versus Dariush, I was looking forward to it so much. It was a very similar fight to this and that. It's so hard to pick. That was the beauty of this whole card. It's a bettor's nightmare. But I'm going with Grant Dawson. He's got the youth. He's someone I've always had my eye on. I'm pretty sure my Bobby Green video is a video I made at the peak of my... what's the word for it? I was high on this guy, Grant Dawson. I think he has very good control on the back, very good ability to get the fight to the ground and keep it there. He's the complete opposite of Mateusz Gamrot in that aspect of his grappling. He's very controlling rather than scrambly and high output. And his biggest threat here from Diego is probably his chin. If Dawson gets hit, he's sleeping. So he shouldn't be getting hit here. I think the jiu-jitsu of Diego's not going to be enough to do anything, really. I think Dawson's younger and he's more of a grappler. I think Diego's got an old vet's jiu-jitsu style, so he's going to be defensive and stuff, but I really just don't see him catching anything meaningful and getting a finish there on the ground. So yeah, I got Dawson decisionating. There could be a finish, but I don't think so. This fight's gonna be tough though. He's gonna have to go through a lot of adversity potentially, which might make it a really fun fight, which is why this card was so good until the main event got scary. Oh my god. Co-main and main are gonna make me so sad. I'm gonna be not a happy man tomorrow, I can already tell you that. Anyway, Zachary Reese, the man who got slammed on his head by Cody Brundage and put to sleep. He's pretty decent, but this isn't a fight I like for him. I got Bekwev on short notice winning a decision here. I probably would have picked Reese against Dumas, but he pulled out. So I got Azamat making his debut and getting his first win in the UFC. Not much to say about that. No, there is a lot to say about this. Aylin Perez? Are you kidding me? This chick needs to get out of my sport. Twerking on opponents after winning. Are you kidding me? What kind of shit is that? I don't like her. One little bit. She's not that attractive. What is it with UFC fans? Dern, also not that attractive. But y'all go simp 1000 mode over these random chicks. Just because they show off a little bit. Y'all have negative brain cells. Y'all need to become cultured. Aylin Perez ain't it. Her nickname is Fiona, the ugly ogre from Shrek. And she ain't winning here. She's getting knocked out in round 1. Flying knee, 10 seconds in. I'm calling it now. Carl Hosa is an OG. Pardon me, I have ligma nuts. But yeah. Also, Rosa, she only really loses to top of the division girls, and I don't think Perez is one of those. We haven't really seen her ceiling yet, but she's only fought low-level women. So I think this is going to be a little bit of a fraud check. Not a fraud check, but a reality check for Perez. She's going to learn her place in the division. Moving on, Rinya Nakamura versus Muin Gabrov. I don't think he's getting a finish. He's a huge favorite. I don't think it's going to be that dominant. I think Nakamura is going to get a decision here. And we'll see how he keeps going in the UFC. He's a promising prospect, but he looked a lot better on road to UFC than he has so far in his UFC career. Moving on. Ricky Tercios. Little freak human. Against Bernardo Sopaj. Sopaj has like mini Ilia Topuria energy. He's already lost in the UFC, I believe. But I think he'll win here with a spectacular knockout. Fun. And then finally, Clayton Carpenter versus Tagir Ulanbekov. I got Carpenter by decision. I thought he was just a good underdog. I remember him from the Contender Series. He was a wrestler. And I like that style to beat a little bit of a washed Dagestani. So yeah, I'll take an underdog Carpenter here. If I was just purely picking for the sake of best odds, I would probably be picking Ulanbekov here. But I picked to get things right. And I think Merab might upset Umar as well. Gosh, my gluten coming up. Okay. Yeah, I'm done with this video. Let me know your guys' predictions, and I'll see you tomorrow.